All right. It's day 92. I had a rest day yesterday, God damn it. Whoa. So the logic was I hardly ate during the day because I was studying for this exam. And then by the time I came back, like I had just eaten jack. So if I were to try to wait until I get a couple of solid meals in, then lift, then eat some more meals afterwards, I would have gone to bed at like 3. So rather than destroy my sleep schedule, which if you've seen not even that far, not even that far back, you know that it gets pretty bad. Uh, Instead, I decided just to eat some more food and go to bed. So instead of legs yesterday, it's legs today. Uh, in terms of my leg training, I always do hamstrings first, just because the basic logic is quads tire you out more than hamstrings, in my mind. Like if you do a hardcore quad workout versus your hardcore hamstring workout, which one do you think you're going to be out of breath, like fucking gasping, sweating on? Like, I still feel it after hamstrings, but I want to just get hamstrings out of the way and then go as crazy as possible on quads and just be done. Like, I don't want to have to save any energy in the tank, if you know what I'm saying. So, hamstrings is just going to be a ton of seated hamstring curls, maybe some standing single leg curls on the leg extension. That's pretty much it. Maybe a little bit of RDLs, light. Uh, if you go too heavy on RDLs, you just end up working your glutes. And if you're a guy, you don't really need a bigger ass. You've all seen the memes where it's like, you work out to get big legs, but then you just get a bigger butt. Not ideal for a male physique, unless that's what you're going for. So hamstrings is just a ton of isolation, and quads, I'm going to see how squats feels. So I'll probably end up doing either the big set of squats or not, depends on how it feels. And then I'll get just a variety of maybe a few different pressing movements, like leg press or pendulum squats going, and just a ton of leg extensions. I mean, if I were to attribute all my quad growth to one machine, if I only had to do one quad exercise forever, I mean, I'm gonna pick leg extensions. As crazy as that sounds, because I always talk about how good squats are, but crazy pump, you can go really heavy. I mean, I do tricep pushdowns for triceps. Leg extensions is the same thing, in accordance to the different body part. So I'm gonna drink this fucking pre, and then we can get in there. So this may or may not be the best lighting, but regardless, I can assure you that it was a good ass pump. Oh my god. Fuck. God damn, these pants don't want to fucking come off. Come on, god damn it. Shit. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. I gotta check the pump somehow, god damn it. They're kind of freaking out. I usually never have fucking shorts on. And I mean, I feel like looking at your pump while you're getting it is a bit distracting. Like, I get it, it's cool to see the muscle fibers doing whatever, but at the end of the day, I don't want to have to be like, taking time out of my lift to go walk to the mirror and like think about how I look, while I'm lifting. I just want to focus on the feeling of the lift, If you're sitting around flexing the whole time, It's up to you. It's whatever. But that is most certainly a freaky pump. I tell you what. And I mean, what I do, hamstrings was just hamstring curls of, I did 3 kinds, but the double leg and the single leg were pretty much the same. And, you know, I didn't even need to do those leg extension, single leg curls. I just kind of do that for fun. I would have probably got the same amount of, you know, pump and workload done if I were to have just sat on that leg curl for all 11 sets. You know, I feel like with simple muscle groups, you guys kind of get the idea that you don't have to do that much, right? Like, that's why I feel like you think it's crazy when I tell you to do 11 sets of lateral raises, right? But if I told you to do 11 sets of chest, you wouldn't freak out. If I told you to do 11 sets of triceps, you wouldn't freak out. You know, if all you got to do is one machine, or, you know, basically one machine with maybe a little bit of variation, hell, man, that just takes the load off your mind, and all you got to do is sit there and go hard. You know, you don't have to take the time setting up new machines, right? The worst problem you'll have is people are going to ask you to work in, or ask to work in because you're sitting on the hamstring curl for 30 minutes straight. But, you know, hardly a problem in my book, you know. Plus, if you get big enough, people might even be scared to ask to work in with you. That's kind of mean, but whatever. Whatever. That's just a benefit of being an advanced lifter. So I'm gonna... Oof. What was it? Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go do calves, and then get in the car. God damn it! It was a successful leg day. All right. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get out of here. That was a good leg day. That was a productive ass leg day. Oh my goodness. Pumped, fatigued, sleepy, a variety of adjectives. I just drank the shake off cam, except it was fucking just protein. I'm out of dextrose. Ordered some, it'll come in tomorrow. It seems that I haven't explained what dextrose is for a little while. So, post-workout, your body is out of gas, right? You've just stressed your system, you've depleted your glycogen, and you're itching to refuel. The three effects of a workout. So, there's one simple answer, right? You gotta fill back up. Now, what do you want to eat? You know, I mean, you're gonna want to eat something. It's gonna be a fast-acting carbohydrate. You know, that's gonna be your best bet. You know, me drinking this protein shake right now, like, it's not necessarily aiding my immediate recovery. But if you were to add in, say, you know, 30, 40, 50 grams of dextrose, right, which is the simplest sugar you can get your hands on, then guess what? As soon as you fucking take it down, your body's like, oh shit, we got some fuel. Instantly gonna spike your insulin and shoot carbohydrates directly into your freaking muscles. You know, that's the basic bro science of it. Now, if you were to drink just like a soda pop or some sort of candy, like a gummy worm or whatever, gummy bears, that wouldn't hurt. You'd spike your insulin, but the sugars in those are not, you know, just the one molecule of I forget what you call it, base carbohydrate, whatever. You know, it's multiple of those little things connected, right? So when you eat those gummy bears, that's just like sucrose or whatever, or fructose, you know, there's all sorts. Your body's got to digest it first before it gets sent into your system. And then, you know, the more complicated the carb gets, the slower the insulin response is going to be, right? If you were to just eat some oatmeal post-workout, you're not going to spike your insulin at all. Well, eating anything is going to spike it, but I mean like crazy. So bulking or cutting, that's going to be your best bet for recovery, right? Like even if I was trying to diet down and lose body fat, I would still want to do at least maybe 25 or 30 grams of dextrose post-workout, just because that insulin spike post-workout, Jesus Christ, fucking say post-workout 100 times, it's going to be highly beneficial for your recovery, you know. The more time that your body is just stressed and unfed, the worse it's going to, you know, the worse it's going to perform. In layman's terms, you know, just in general. Let me think. Let me think about another question that I've been seeing in the comments a lot. I already talked about rest time during the lift. Dextrose. So, in terms of training to failure, I've been getting this a lot. Well, a little. It's a little bit of a touchy subject, you know, because your body's capable of doing, you know, pretty much considerably more than you can make it do, right? Like, if somebody were to put electrical stimulating pads on my arm and then, you know, electrically stimulate my biceps to do curls and do a full-on set, it would probably get more reps than I could just with my mind. So, training to failure, it's easier on a compound lift, right? If you're doing a bench press or a squat, it's not too hard if you load enough weight to reach a point like maybe 7-8 reps where you just physically can't get another rep. So you train to failure, that's good, assuming you really went hard. But once you get into more of the lighter weight stuff, like with the leg extensions or, you know, with lighter curls where you're trying to focus on squeezing and stuff like that, or lateral raises, it gets a little bit more complicated because I'd say lateral raises is the easiest example to explain. Because, you know, if you grab the 30s or something, you can get to, let's say you get to 10 reps with the 30s, you know, and you're starting to feel a burn. You know, you can't go all the way to the top anymore. You can still do some partials. You can still keep going with partials and keep going. So if you're not doing a compound lift or doing something really heavy, and you know your limiting factor is sort of just your pain tolerance, then you won't necessarily train to failure in that sense. You know, you'll pretty much just be going until you feel like it was a good set, right? And that's where the responsibility lies on you to be able to push yourself hard enough where a good set to you really is a good set, right? Because a newbie lifter, well, let's say a 6-month in lifter, you know, if he's doing bicep curls with light-ish weight, like not crazy heavy for him, he might stop his set with a considerable amount more in the tank than a guy who's been lifting for like 3 years. Right? Because the guy who's been lifting for 3 years, you know, assuming he's been progressing, he's going to be able to push himself harder, right? So that's another way that you'll improve over time, right? With lifting, sure, you're going to gain strength. That's pretty much a basic. You're going to gain strength and size, but your training intensity, not just the weight, should increase, right? The longer you've been training, the less, what's the term? The less sensitive you are to the training, right? If I were to do a workout with the same intensity that I did maybe in my first few months right now, I don't know, I might not get that much out of it. Because now, you know, I'm a more experienced lifter. I gotta push myself fucking hard. So when you're doing your sets, if you're getting past like 15 reps, it's just more of a burnout pump set. Try not to get too fixated on a rep number. I've said this before. Let's say you're doing bicep curls. You're 3/4 of the way through the lift. You've already done your heavy movements. Maybe you did like a heavy barbell curl or something to begin with. So you grabbing let's say you can curl the 40s for 10. You grab the 30s, or maybe the 25s or something. And you're just sitting there curling, burning them out. You get to rep 15. If in your mind, when you're doing the set, you think to yourself, okay, once I get to 20, that'll be good. Okay, 20. If you hit 20 reps, you're gonna be more likely to just oh my god. You'll be more likely to just stop the set. Even though, if you had 25 in your mind, probably would have made it to 25. Right? So if you're doing sets like that, the novice lifter is going to pick a number and it's going to be below his potential, right? It's going to be below how many reps he can really get. So the intermediate lifter hopefully would pick a number in his mind that's above what he can do, right? He'll grab the 30s and think, okay, 25 reps, let's fucking hit it. And then, he'll do as many as he can, but he'll have to call it at some point. Right. Now, if you're real experienced, well, this is just sort of, random sort of nomenclature I'm saying. But the experienced lifter with, I would say, doing just a pump set, right, where it's going to be above 15 reps, he's not even counting. He's not even counting. Like, he knows he'll get maybe 20, 22 reps or something like that. But, sometimes when I'm doing sets like that with lateral raises or curls or push downs, I won't even think rep numbers, right? Rather than think in my head, okay, 1, 2, 3, I'll just think to myself, rep, 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 like that, right? Just so I don't accidentally limit myself. So hopefully next time you're doing more of a squeezing isolation movement, be it, whatever, pec decks, lateral raises, curls, rope push downs, hamstring curls, leg extensions, whatever. This applies to pretty much everything. It's not a crazy compound lift. You know how many reps you'll be able to get. Just try to push past it. So I'm gonna go home, eat some more food, take my vitamins. I think I've got oh my god, I have a bunch of MATLAB stuff to do tomorrow. I fucking hate MATLAB. So I'll try to get well, actually, I'm not going to try. I know I'm going to have a crazy chest day regardless, but I'll be a little bit busy with, what do you call it? Curriculars. With my curriculum. So hopefully you guys are doing your cardio. Not even that fucking hard. You just do something, 30 minutes, elevate your heart rate right in the morning. You'll just feel more productive, right? Let's say you don't have shit to do until 10 o'clock, right? You're just gonna feel better if you wake up at 8, nice, like you got a good night's rest, you do your cardio, you come back, you're like, man, I did something. I started my day off right. You're just gonna feel good. Plus, the innumerable benefits of doing the cardio. So, hope you take that to heart. I will see you next time. Yeah, damn it.